edition of the Monarch Post. I'm Ruby.
And I'm Destiny. As we are all aware, Thanksgiving break begins tomorrow. Personally, I'm excited for an extra week of vacation.
Absolutely. I hope that everyone will be able to enjoy a delicious feast with family and friends, and an opportunity to give thanks to all who impact your life. Thanksgiving, the reason for the break.
You know, Ruby, I do love giving thanks, but I also enjoy the opportunity for extra sleep over the break. Don't get me wrong, I will probably stay up a lot, but if all goes as planned, I will sleep past 9 every day.
No harm in that. Sleep is important. It is when our bodies grow and our brains work to consolidate learning. So what happens when we don't get enough of it? Signs of sleep deprivation begin showing up after a night of 6 hours or less of sleep. This causes things like slowed thought, poor attention span, mood changes, and reduced memory.
None of that sounds good for learning. You are a treasure trove of information, Ruby, a literal gem. I'll be more mindful about my sleep patterns, especially during school. Now tell me, what's in store for this week's bulletin?
We have a patriotic activity about Congress, first session in Washington, D.C., a look at Pasadena City College, our private college of the week, a new story covering the Veterans Day breakfast from last week.
That sounds like a plan, but first, let's talk about our softball teams. On Tuesday, our teams took on Beatty on our home field. The girls' team suffered their first loss, 8-1, bringing their record 2-1. Our boys' team fell to Beatty, 10-6, which brought their record to 0-3. On the season, both teams had a game yesterday, as well as taking on Cope at Cope. However, we have not received the results before recording. You can find out how they did through Instagram or by asking a member on the team. The next game will be on November 28th, when our Monarchs take on Clement here at Moore. Now, Ruby, I'll leave you to share more of your valuable information through this week's patriotic activity.
On November 17th of the year 1800, the U.S. Congress moved to Washington, D.C. indefinitely after a decade in Philadelphia. Once independence was declared in America, Philadelphia served as the first capital of the U.S., but Congress had to move multiple times to prevent the British from invading them. And once the Articles of Confederation and the Perpetual Union officially created the United States of America and established an official government, Philadelphia continued to serve as the capital. But once the U.S. Constitution went into effect, the construction started on a permanent capital, which would be named Washington, D.C. And even though the city was still under construction, after 7 years, Congress finally moved in, and Washington, D.C. has been the capital of the U.S. ever since.
We hear a lot about Philadelphia and Liberty Bell, but I didn't know that city of brotherly love used to be the capital of our nation. Thank you, Ruby, for sharing that jewel.
It was both my pleasure and fate to do so. Destiny, do you know what Providence has in store for us next? Some present-day news. Tell us what fortune holds for the near future.
I see what you're doing.
Pretty sure you started it, Lady Luck.
Touché. The annual Redlands Turkey Trot will be held on Thanksgiving morning.
Turkey trot? I used to love chasing the giant turkey man around the field in elementary school. It almost made the running worth it.
I'm not certain that a costume turkey will be leading the way in this race, but I guarantee a lot of sweaty racers on the route.
The Turkey Trot begins and ends in Sylvan Park, which is across the street from the University of Redlands. Check-in begins at 6:30 a.m. To participate, you will need to register online prior to the event. The race organizers are also collecting canned food and money donations prior to the race. Now let's turn over to the photo of the week. That brings us to some school-related news. The canned food drive, sponsored by Avid, ends today, Monarchs. So if you happen to have any cans of food or other non-perishable goods in your backpack, make sure to drop them off with your science teacher before the end of the school day. Now back to the anchors.
I was wondering why this was in my backpack. My mom must have gotten the message. I didn't see my water bottle, though, in there.
Okay. Well, you should make sure to check the lost and found today. Seriously, stop by the office and check the lost and found. After today, all items, the water bottles, lunch bags, or sweatshirts that are still in the lost and found area will be donated to a worthy cause.
Thank you. I will take a look for my water bottle. My mother has assured me that those things cost real money, like dollars, gold, or gems.
I wish you good fortune in finding it. May you be fated to stand with your water bottle in hand later today.
Right.
Now, let's shift our focus to the College of the Week. This week, Avid has encouraged us to take a look at Pasadena City College. Here's Evelyn with the scoop.
Hello, Monarchs. This week's College of the Week is Pasadena City College. It is a beautiful school located in Pasadena. Its mascot is a horse named Lancer, and he enjoys going to fun events and fundraisers for the college. Pasadena City College has many options, but business, STEAM, and liberal arts are some of the main ones. On Thursday, wear red or yellow to show school spirit. Now back to the anchors and go Monarchs!
What a beautiful campus. I'll put that on my local list, local community colleges to check out. What do we have next, Ruby?
Let's take a moment to honor our heroes. More recently hosted a Veterans Breakfast to express gratitude to those who have served, and continue to serve our country.
Close friends that are veterans and serve in the military, so it's a special day for me, and I want to basically be able to serve those that serve.
I think events like this affect my adventure in life because ASB here is learning how to provide service for those that help us, and we're trying to help the people that help us and give back to them. I think this is I can use this for the rest of my life because I'm learning how to service those who help us and even service those who don't help us but still need help.
Yeah, this kind of stuff is what makes you grateful to live in a country where people actually appreciate you. I'm happy that I can be with my daughter at her school and, be recognized by the kids.
I really appreciate events like these. I came here with my papa today, and I was so glad to see him honored for the service that he did.
It's nice to be appreciated and recognized.
So through school and their journey through school, I think giving students an opportunity to be of service to other people and give servitude is an important part, especially in our leadership program. And as we grow, just to give thanks to the people that are around us and gratitude to the people that are around us.
Thank you for your service.
That story was created and submitted for a broadcast competition. Sarai, Noah, and Presley had 6 days to turn the prompt, "Adventure Awaits," into a news story.
I think they did a great job. A life of service is an adventurous one. I understand that you also participated in the contest.
Yes, I worked with Anissa, Angelina, and Rebecca to create a short film called Parallel. It is about a family facing the challenge of a new beginning.
I saw your final cut on YouTube yesterday. It was quite good.
Thank you, Destiny. It was challenging to work under such a tight deadline, but creating these weekly bulletins has been great practice. Esteban, Izzy, Alex, and Gio also entered the contest. They created this commercial.
Ever realize how boring your actual pet is? Introducing walking paws. Interesting virtual pets in the palm of your hand. And walk them in the real world. When you walk, they level up and evolve.
It's a pet without all the hassle of those ordinary, boring pets.
Download Walking Paws today in your app store.
Cute dogs. That's not a real app though, right?
It's basically Pokemon Go. I found the commercial amusing. Now it's time to wrap up our show. Show effort, kindness, and respect in all your endeavors.
And find ways to be of service to others. Have a great Thanksgiving break.
Tell someone you appreciate them.
Catch up on some sleep.
Embrace your destiny.
Earn some rubies.
And go Monarchs!
Monarchs!